Montesano. Keilor and Strathmore played out an absolute thriller here at Windy Hill on Sunday in the Strathmore Community Bank Premier Division preliminary final. Here are all the highlights from an unbelievable game.
As the ball comes back in, Brown wins it down, but straight to his opposing ruckman in Grimer. Quick kick was a good one. Mark taken by Horn, who can go straight away. Has O'Loughlin on in the middle of the ground. The kick was perfect. O'Loughlin didn't have to break stride. The kick towards full forward is a good one. It'll sit up for Condon, and he'll snap the first goal of the afternoon for the Moors.
Came out to Isles. His handball's no good. Yakabuchi into the forward 50. Hamish McIntosh has to get down low. Got the handball out as he was hitting the deck. Condon got round one, got round another. Right foot banana. He's got two. Strathmore have two.
So that breeze is going towards that primary school end, but going a little bit across the ground as well. So Big Hamish will have to measure it out. He starts it out right. The breeze is bringing it back, and he's got the distance as well. What a kick from Hamish McIntosh. That's Strathmore's fourth of the afternoon. Been riddled with errors this quarter for Keilor so far as Brown goes with the double fister, but straight to Horn. Now he combines with O'Brien. Inside 50 go the Moors. Xavier's there. Couldn't bring it down. Here's trouble at ground level. Condon or Hellawell. Take your pick. It's Condon who soccers it through. The mark taken by Isles. Immediately looks inboard, and that kick is good for Papalia. Has a man in the middle of the ground. It's Hards, and that's where he goes with it. Now the field opens up a little bit for Keilor. Hards goes long inside forward 50. The kick isn't all that well placed, but in fact, went over the head of Curry. Made a little bit of a meal of that one, did Curry, and Xavier takes the mark. About 25 out directly in front. So he's been a defender for Keilor in more recent times, has Brad Xavier. Hasn't kicked too many goals this season, just the 4 in his 10 games. As he comes in, the kick almost directly in front. It's good. And finally, Keilor on the board 6 minutes into the second term. Goes short to Gordis. Last line of defence. He's going to pop it over the top, but it's not going to get to its target on the full. Papalia. And now there's all sorts of danger for Keilor as Grimer has a shot on the run. And there's the first goal to that end of the ground this afternoon.
So Dean Galea, he's going to go the drop punt again. That looks better off the boot. It looks fantastic. Dean Galea gets the much-needed goal for Keilor. Out on centre wing, outer side of the ground. That's a good kick. Finds Waitman. Don't often see him in the short sleeves. Plays on immediately from 45. Looking for McIntosh. Got it. Too good for Dave Gordis on that occasion. And Hamish McIntosh plays on, snaps around the body. Strathmore have got the first of the second half.
Got a little bit of a kick forward, didn't get too much purchase on it. Then Joyce came through and got a handball away. In fact, it was Hards. Now Brown gives it off. That's inside 50. That won't be 15. McMahon, the kick, the centering ball. It's good for Clark. 32 goals this season to be Keilor's second leading goal kicker. Matt Clark, who kicked from only 20 metres out, as good as directly in front, and he makes no mistake. Keilor gets the quick response.
And you reckon I talked myself up, boys?
I thought he was taking the mickey out of himself then. O'Loughlin on the left, snapping. He's got it. O'Loughlin from the impossible angle kicks Strathmore's 8th. Looks inboard, there's not much to go to. Called to play on now, so he sends the ball inside 50. Clark sets himself. He didn't get near it in the end. Won snaps on his right, one-on-one. Galea got a hand to it. Mile did well. Galea can run into a goal. Fresh aired it.
And now the kick inboard. Purcell put it to ground, but Hollian was there for the crumb, and he's put it up. Big contest coming up. Big collision. And Matt Clark has taken a great mark.
Shoulders are those really bad injuries. They can just, if you've got a slight weakness there, they can pop out at any time.
Grimer goes the check side from the boundary. Unbelievable stuff. And how about the celebration? He knows that's a ripper.
I feel like this is probably his 5th kick in the last 2 minutes. And he's kicked the ground before he's kicked the ball. And Ben Hollian has taken the mark 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle. And he'll go back and have a shot for his first of the afternoon. And this to extend the lead to beyond 5 goals. Ben Hollian comes in, will kick from about 45, starts it right, works it back, and they get around him. His brother was the first one to him.
So the breeze changing direction might not be the advantage we once thought it to be as Baniowski clears the stoppage. Mason Thomas got hands to it but couldn't take the mark. Purcell lowered the eyes beautifully and found his star forward in Condon.
Have the shot.
As Tommy Condon lines up for goal number 4. Kicked 3 in that first term, 2 behinds only in the second term. This kick will be from about 45 metres out, directly in front. Tom Condon comes in and kicks a goal for the Moors. That margin now out to 37 points. Strathmore has 1 foot through to a grand final date with Aberfeldy next week.
Oh!
Hollien goes down. He's going to get the free kick as well.
Headbutting.
Ben Hollien will get the free kick 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Looks like
Horn
it's been
saying,
reported here, boys.
kicked one moments ago. He starts it right. It's just coming back at the last second and gets there. It clears the pack and Ben Hollien has 2. Strathmore, they are on their way to a grand final.
Boundary.
So, 30 minutes of football left for one of these two teams in season 2018. Who's it going to be? Strathmore lead it at the moment by 44 points. Keilor go inside 50 first and then throw Dave Gordis forward as well. So that's another move that Mick McGuan has made. Xavier has gone back into defence. Will Kane Barbudo right on centre wing. He's got a man on in the middle of the ground. Has to get it there quickly though, and he does. That man was Martin. He runs to 55, has a flying shot on goal, might just get the distance, and that's the start that Keilor needed. Josh Martin, he's been quiet today, but that's a much-needed goal.
Gets it long, but it's to a 2-on-1. Hards did well to make the contest against Grimer at a height disadvantage. Now a chance for Keilor to go forward. Martin's been quiet, but he started this final term well. Hards puts the kick into space for his leading target. Couldn't quite take the mark, but the free kick for an arm chop will go the way of Barton. But it doesn't matter because they took the advantage, and Matty Clark, luckily for him, is able to dribble it through. And still a pulse here for Keilor as Curry mishandled the handball. The pressure was good from Keilor. They've got numbers streaming into goal. Joyce is one of them. Snaps it on the right and misses.
Condon, the first one there, has no one to kick to, so he just chips it over the top to Keisha, who'll hold on to this one at centre half forward. He has folds inside 50, got him. No, umpire says play on. Well done by Sadler. He just puts the ball on the boot. Xavier can sit under this one and take the mark. Handballs it off straight away to Wanham. Wanham has a man inside 50. Keilor, they're going to get the mark, and it looks like it's Josh Martin that has it. So Martin comes in, has one in the last term. He's now got 2, and Keilor are back in this game. Led by 44 at three-quarter time. There's a player down. It looks like it's Hards for Keilor. Comes to Isle, sends the ball inside 50. Galea on the lead, takes the mark. Galea comes in from 35 metres out, 45-degree angle. He's got it. And Keilor are well and truly back in this one.
Tall timber there, McIntosh and Brown. Ball gets to ground. Purcell, handball intercepted, and now the chaos ball in from Isles. It comes out to Joyce on his favourite left boot. Misses.
Ooh, and Galea asking the question. Got round him and got the ball moving forward. Hallowell couldn't take the mark. Martin, the only one there for Keilor. Gathers off the half-back flank now. Goes down the line. It looks like it is all Strathmore. They set themselves. They all went up. No one could take the mark. Running inside 50 now. Joyce in the goal square all by himself. Takes the mark. And they're back, Keilor. 10-17-77. Strathmore 12-13-85. They are back. And Grimer did well there. He went in for the ruck, never took the ruck contest and quickly ran away from Brown as he was hitting it forward.
Jared goes long. Good mark taken by Matt Clark. He's had some big moments.
I think the other Keilor boy's out here. He hasn't moved.
Looks like 1.
No, you got one behind you as well.
Two.
Okay.
The one at the gates and one on the pine. So they're really struggling.
So Keilor are going to have to dig deep to pull this one out. Strathmore 1 man down. Keilor 2 men down at the moment as Grimer pushed off his kick. In fact, it was Keisha. Then worked his way through some traffic nicely. Got a long high ball towards the centre of the ground. Keilor have the numbers, and Xavier is one of them.
Xavier takes a really good mark. He's got a couple of players out wide. One of them's Clark, and it was stolen off him by a teammate. And then to the top of the goal square. Gordis couldn't take the mark. There's another goal. They are back.
It's an interesting time to seemingly start to bring in this rule as Horn takes a free kick. Strathmore can go forward. Brown's back in the hole. He takes the mark. A very good final term. Goes out wide to Isles in plenty of space. He can take a bounce, and he wants to go long because he's got Papalia all on his own. He can get it and go. Now inside forward 50 to the one-on-ones. God is best placed. Couldn't take the mark. Keilor at the back. Wasn't able to gather. Applies the pressure though on Holian. Strathmore should be away for the time being.
Probably won that one down. Jared was first to it. Comes out to Isles. That ball might be touched. And now centre half forward, a ball to be won. Folds did well. He just chips it to absolutely no one, and Manning takes the mark. Just forward to the centre circles. Gives it off here to Martin. Sends the ball inside 50. Keilor too strong. And he takes the mark 40 out. A bit worse than a 45-degree angle. And if he kicks this, Keilor are in front. He's kicked two. One in the second. One in the fourth. None more important than this one all year. To put Keilor in front. Dean Keilor comes in. Look at the celebration from every single player on the field. And the Blues find themselves in front after trailing by 44 points at three-quarter time.
Umpire deemed it was a push in the back, and now in
They
board
got Horn on.
Purcell. Horn is on in the middle of the ground, so too is Holian. And so too is Mile, who takes the mark, gets it and goes. Horn at half forward, next link in the chain. He's forced to stop at forward 50, is the captain. Has Keisha calling for it short. Instead goes to the pocket with a hard lead.
He's got it!
And that's an outstanding mark on the dive. Getting a little bit of advice from Horn, the man who kicked it to him.
He's right in front of the Keilor bench and all the Keilor supporters.
So, as the boos cascade around him, Shane Folds comes in. He starts it a long way left. It's not coming back in the square. No mark, they flew. No mark taken through for a rush behind. 30 minutes gone. It's a 3-point ball game.
3 points the difference. There can only be about a minute and a half left in this one. Isles has the kicking in duties, and he'll just play it safe. Maybe a bit too safe. Wasn't the best kick in. Gone! Free kick to Strathmore to Tom Cruden. He didn't pay it. The umpire has not paid it. Can you believe it? They're going to go forward through Keisha. They may have just been robbed of a goal. He sends it from 55. Keisha to a one-on-one in the goal square. Folds. Couldn't take the mark, and it's forced through for a rush behind.
That was holding the ball.
Crowd has gone absolutely berserk, and it's back to a 2-point ball game.
Unbelievable scenes here at Windy Hill. That was holding the ball for all money. The umpire showing a little bit of
30
leniency.
seconds, boys, 30
Isles
seconds.
sends it long, goes with the barrel and gets good connection as well. Brown there, so too Keilor at the back. The handball comes out.
That's
No,
gotta
it
be holding
doesn't.
the ball.
That's holding the ball as well, umpire. He said no. Play goes on. Horn. The kick intercepted by Ryan Hards. Could he be the hero for Keilor? He sends it long. It's a cross goal. It's taken.
Oh, what a mark!
Heroic stuff, and there is the siren. Phenomenal scenes here at Windy Hill, and Keilor for the second time in 3 years are through to a Strathmore Community Bank Premier Division Grand Final. The celebrations are raucous here.
So Keilor just held on by 2 points and set up their second grand final day in 3 years with Aberfeldy. Catch all the action right here at Windy Hill on Sunday from 2:20 p.m.